Do this one thing before sleeping and watch what happens to your body after 50. What if I told you that there is one simple thing you can do tonight, before you go to sleep, that could change what happens inside your body while you rest? Not a pill, not an expensive supplement, not a complicated routine that takes an hour. One thing, simple enough to do in under 5 minutes. And the science behind what it does to your body after 50 is genuinely remarkable. In tonight's video, I am going to walk you through exactly what this is, why it works, what it does to your heart, your brain, your blood sugar, your joints, and your metabolism, all while you sleep, and why after the age of 50, doing this before bed may be one of the most important health decisions you make. Stay with me until the end, because I am going to reveal it step by step, and by the time I do, you will understand exactly why it works so powerfully, and you will never want to skip it again. The problem: sleep after 50. Let us start with something that affects nearly every single person over the age of 50. Sleep. Not just the quantity of sleep, but the quality. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that after 50, the architecture of sleep changes dramatically. You spend less time in deep sleep, the stage where your body repairs tissue, consolidates memory, and regulates hormones. You wake more frequently through the night. You feel less restored in the morning, even after 7 or 8 hours in bed. And here is why this matters so deeply. Poor sleep after 50 is not just about feeling tired. It is directly linked to accelerated cognitive decline. It is linked to increased cardiovascular risk. It is linked to higher blood sugar and insulin resistance. It is linked to increased inflammation throughout the body. And it is linked to slower metabolism and weight gain, particularly around the abdomen. Every single one of these consequences has been documented in peer-reviewed research, and every single one of them begins to reverse when sleep quality improves. So the question is not whether sleep matters after 50. The question is, what can you actually do about it? Starting tonight. What happens during sleep? Before I reveal the one thing, I want you to understand what your body is actually doing while you sleep. Because most people think sleep is passive. Just resting. Just the absence of activity. But nothing could be further from the truth. While you sleep, your body is running one of its most important biological programs. Your brain activates what scientists call the glymphatic system. Think of it as your brain's overnight cleaning crew. Cerebrospinal fluid flows through your brain, flushing out toxic waste products, including amyloid beta, the protein associated with Alzheimer's disease. This cleaning process happens almost exclusively during deep sleep. And after 50, the efficiency of the system begins to decline. Your pituitary gland releases growth hormone, almost entirely during the first hours of deep sleep. Growth hormone is not just for children. In adults, it repairs muscle tissue, supports bone density, regulates body fat, and maintains immune function. After 50, growth hormone levels drop significantly. Deep sleep is one of the few natural ways to support its release. Your heart rate drops. Blood pressure falls. Arterial walls rest and recover. Researchers call this the cardiovascular window of recovery. And it only opens fully during quality sleep. Your blood sugar is regulated. Cortisol levels reset. Inflammatory markers are cleared. All of this happening quietly, while you are completely unaware. Now you understand why what you do before sleep matters so profoundly. Because anything that deepens the quality of that sleep amplifies every single one of these processes. The reveal. So what is the one thing? A simple 5 to 10 minute gentle stretching and deep breathing routine, done on your bed or on the floor beside it. Every single night, before you close your eyes. Now before you think, that is too simple, I want you to understand what this specific combination of gentle movement and controlled breathing actually does to your physiology. Because the science is not simple, even though the practice is. When you combine gentle stretching with slow, deep breathing in the evening, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system. This is the part of your nervous system responsible for rest, repair, digestion, and recovery. Most people over 50 spend far too much time in sympathetic dominance, the fight or flight state, driven by stress, screens, noise, and the demands of daily life. Activating the parasympathetic system before sleep is like flipping a biological switch. It lowers cortisol, your primary stress hormone. It drops your core body temperature, which signals to your brain that it is time for deep sleep. It slows your heart rate and reduces blood pressure. It relaxes muscle tension that has accumulated throughout the day. And it dramatically improves the speed at which you fall asleep and the depth of the sleep that follows. This is not a theory. This is documented in clinical research across multiple disciplines. Let me walk you through exactly what happens, system by system. What happens to your brain? Let us start with your brain. A study published in the journal JAMA Internal Medicine followed adults over 55 who implemented a mindful movement and breathing practice before bed. The results showed a significant improvement in sleep quality, measured by polysomnography, the gold standard of sleep measurement. More importantly, participants showed increased time in slow-wave sleep, the deepest and most restorative stage. And here is what that means for your brain. More slow-wave sleep means more glymphatic activity. More glymphatic activity means more efficient removal of neurotoxic waste, including the proteins associated with cognitive decline. Additionally, deep breathing before sleep has been shown to increase the production of GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, the brain's primary calming neurotransmitter. Low GABA levels are directly associated with anxiety, insomnia, and poor sleep architecture. Gentle breathing elevates GABA naturally without medication, without side effects. For anyone over 50 who wakes frequently at night or struggles to fall asleep, the cause is often excess cortisol and insufficient GABA. This practice addresses both simultaneously. What happens to your heart? Now let us talk about your heart. Cardiovascular disease remains the leading cause of death in adults over 50 worldwide. And one of the most significant but least discussed risk factors is poor sleep quality combined with elevated nighttime cortisol. When cortisol remains elevated at night, your heart rate stays higher than it should. Blood pressure does not drop adequately during sleep. This sustained pressure accelerates arterial stiffness, the hardening of blood vessel walls that dramatically increases heart attack and stroke risk. A landmark study from Harvard Medical School found that people who regularly activated their relaxation response before sleep, through slow breathing and gentle movement, showed measurably lower nighttime blood pressure and heart rate variability improvements within 8 weeks. Heart rate variability, or HRV, is considered one of the most reliable indicators of cardiovascular health and biological age. Higher HRV means a healthier, more adaptable heart. Deep, slow breathing before sleep consistently and measurably improves HRV. For someone over 50, improving HRV through this simple nightly practice may reduce cardiovascular risk more than many people realize. What happens to your blood sugar? Here is something that surprises most people. What you do before sleep has a direct effect on your blood sugar the next morning. After 50, insulin resistance tends to increase. Your cells become less responsive to insulin, making it harder for glucose to enter cells and be used for energy. The result is higher fasting blood sugar in the morning, even without eating anything overnight. This is called the dawn phenomenon, a natural but often exaggerated rise in blood sugar during the early morning hours, driven largely by cortisol. When you reduce cortisol before sleep through deep breathing and gentle movement, you blunt the dawn phenomenon. Cortisol rises less sharply. Fasting blood sugar in the morning is lower and more stable. Insulin sensitivity improves over time. A study published in Diabetes Care found that stress reduction practices performed in the evening significantly improved fasting glucose levels in adults with prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. If you are over 50 and managing blood sugar, this one nightly practice may support your efforts more than you expect. What happens to your joints? Let us talk about something that affects the majority of people over 50. Joint pain, stiffness, reduced mobility. During the day, your joints are compressed by the weight of your body and the constant demands of movement. The cartilage, the protective cushioning between bones, experiences repeated compression and stress throughout the day. During sleep, this compression is released. Synovial fluid, the lubricating fluid inside your joints, redistributes and replenishes. Cartilage rehydrates and partially recovers. But here is what most people do not know. Gentle stretching before sleep actively accelerates this process. By moving your major joints through their range of motion before lying down, you stimulate synovial fluid circulation, reduce inflammatory compounds that accumulate during the day, and lengthen muscles that have tightened from hours of sitting or standing. The result is measurably less morning stiffness, better joint mobility when you wake, and over time, reduced progression of joint degeneration. For anyone living with arthritis or chronic joint discomfort after 50, this is not a minor benefit. What happens to your metabolism? We have already established that sleep quality directly affects metabolism. But let me be specific about exactly what happens metabolically when you improve your sleep through this practice. Growth hormone, released during deep sleep, is your body's most powerful natural metabolic regulator. It signals your body to burn fat for fuel. It directs the body to preserve and build muscle mass. And it regulates how efficiently your cells use glucose. When you deepen sleep through the pre-bed routine, you increase growth hormone release. More growth hormone means more fat burning during the night, more muscle preservation, better glucose regulation, and a higher resting metabolic rate the following day. Additionally, better sleep reduces ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and supports leptin, the satiety hormone. This means you wake up with more appropriate hunger signals. You are less likely to overeat at breakfast, less likely to experience the intense carbohydrate cravings that poor sleep reliably produces. For anyone over 50 trying to manage weight, sleep quality may be the missing variable that no diet plan ever addresses. What happens to your immune system? Your immune system does some of its most important work while you sleep. During deep sleep, your body produces and releases cytokines. These are proteins that target infection and inflammation. They are your immune system's first responders. Research from Carnegie Mellon University found that people who slept fewer than 6 hours per night were 4 times more likely to develop a cold after exposure to a virus, compared to those sleeping 7 or more hours. 4 times more likely. After 50, immune function naturally begins to decline, a process called immunosenescence. This makes sleep quality even more critical as a tool for maintaining immune resilience. The pre-bed practice of gentle movement and deep breathing supports immune function through 2 mechanisms. First, by improving sleep depth and duration, it increases cytokine production during the night. Second, by reducing cortisol, it removes cortisol's direct suppressive effect on immune cell activity. Chronic high cortisol literally suppresses your immune system. Reducing it before sleep gives your immune defenses the space to function fully. The exact routine. Now let me give you the exact routine. 5 to 10 minutes. Every night. Starting tonight. Step 1. Put your phone face down. Turn off the television. Dim the lights in your room. This is not optional. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin production, your primary sleep hormone, by up to 3 hours. No routine will fully work if your eyes are flooded with screen light 30 minutes before bed. Step 2. Sit on the edge of your bed or lie flat on your back on the floor beside it. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold gently for 2 counts. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. Do this 3 times. This alone begins activating the parasympathetic nervous system within 60 seconds. Step 3. Gentle neck rolls. Slowly drop your chin to your chest. Roll your ear to your right shoulder. Hold for 5 seconds. Roll to the left shoulder. Hold for 5 seconds. Repeat 3 times each side. The neck holds enormous tension from screens, driving, and stress. Releasing it sends direct relaxation signals to your nervous system. Step 4. Seated forward fold or lying knee to chest. If seated, slowly reach toward your feet. Hold for 30 seconds. Breathe deeply throughout. If lying, bring both knees gently to your chest. Rock slowly side to side. Hold for 30 seconds. This releases the lower back and hip flexors, the areas that carry the most tension after 50. Step 5. Supine spinal twist. Lying on your back, drop both knees to one side. Extend your arms wide. Look the opposite direction. Hold for 30 seconds. Breathe slowly. Switch sides. This decompresses the spine and stimulates the vagus nerve, your body's direct line to the parasympathetic system. Step 6. Final breathing. Legs extended. Eyes closed. Hands on your belly. Practice 4-7-8 breathing. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 7 counts. Exhale for 8 counts. Repeat 4 times. This breathing pattern has been shown in research to reduce cortisol, slow heart rate, and induce deep relaxation within minutes. That is the complete routine. 5 to 6 minutes. Done consistently, every single night. What to expect week by week. I want to be honest with you about what to expect. Because real change takes consistency. And understanding the timeline helps you stay committed. Week 1. You may not feel dramatically different immediately. Your nervous system is learning a new pattern. But most people notice they fall asleep faster, often 10 to 20 minutes faster, within the first week. Some notice they wake less frequently through the night. Common mistakes to avoid. Before I close, let me share the most common mistakes people make when starting this routine. Mistake 1. Doing it inconsistently. 1 night on, 2 nights off. This does not work. Your nervous system responds to consistent signals. Every night, without exception, for at least 4 weeks before judging results. Mistake 2. Rushing through it. If you are racing through the stretches in 2 minutes just to get into bed, you are not activating the parasympathetic system. Slow is the point. Every movement should be deliberate. Every breath should be complete. Mistake 3. Checking your phone immediately after. You have just spent 5 minutes calming your nervous system. Checking email or social media immediately undoes most of that work in 60 seconds. Phone goes away before the routine, and stays away until morning. Mistake 4. Expecting perfection. Some nights the routine will feel easy and peaceful. Other nights you will feel restless or distracted. Do it anyway. The nights you least want to do it are often the nights your nervous system needs it most. Additional sleep support. Here are 3 additional things you can pair with your routine to amplify the results. First, keep your bedroom cool. The ideal sleep temperature for adults over 50 is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or 16 to 19 degrees Celsius. Your core body temperature needs to drop slightly to initiate deep sleep. A cool room supports this naturally. Second, consider magnesium glycinate. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, including the regulation of GABA and melatonin. Studies consistently show that magnesium deficiency, which is extremely common after 50, is directly associated with poor sleep quality and nighttime muscle cramps. A small dose of magnesium glycinate before bed is one of the most evidence-supported natural sleep supplements available. Always consult your doctor before adding any supplement. Third, avoid eating within 2 to 3 hours of sleep. When your digestive system is actively processing food, your core body temperature rises and your body cannot properly enter the restorative sleep phases. A light, early dinner supports every aspect of the sleep routine we have discussed today. I want to leave you with this thought. After 50, your body does not need less care. It needs better care. More intentional care. Care that works with your biology, not against it. The one thing I have shared with you today costs nothing. It requires no equipment, no gym membership, no prescription. Just 5 minutes. And a commitment to showing up for your own health, every single night. Your brain will clean itself more effectively. Your heart will recover more fully. Your blood sugar will be more stable. Your joints will feel less stiff. Your metabolism will function better. Your immune system will be stronger. All of this, from 5 minutes before you close your eyes. Tonight, before you sleep, try it, just once, and notice how you feel in the morning. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you love who is over 50. A parent, a partner, a friend. Because the information in this video, acted upon consistently, can genuinely change the quality of someone's life. 4 more science-backed health strategies designed specifically for people over 50. Subscribe to Senior Nutrition Secrets. New videos every single week. Real science. Real results. Real care. Good night. Take care of yourself. You deserve to wake up feeling well. This has been Senior Nutrition Secrets. Senior Nutrition Secrets. Sleep well. Stay healthy. See you in the next video.